Client Finding App Local Agency Client Finder AI Edition, your local lead generation tool for finding new clients with ChatGPT and Bing AI built in.
The dashboard now has little AI buttons in it all the way down for every business. So whichever business I select, Piper Scaffolding for instance, click Piper Scaffolding. This is the main page for the AI stuff. So we've got a custom prompt generator on the left, the main prompt itself and everything we do with it in the middle, with the results of course. And on the right hand side will be a guide. So this is a business library, you read the info on the right hand side. This changes depending on what you select over here. So it will be a guide to either of the subject or how to run the prompt. Now what you see now is because we've gone to Piper Scaffolding, it's put Piper Scaffolding information in here. So everything we now do with that will be related to Piper Scaffolding. Up here we've got what I call this the activities library. This basically is a library of stuff, blogging, social media, e-commerce, Instagram, TikTok, all content creation or very similar. So it's an activity library. So if we go to social media and then we go down to select an objective down here, you will see we've got a load of social media stuff, generate captions for Instagram, write Twitter bios, generate Twitter content strategy, generate an entire YouTube video script, etc. Content creation, I've added one in there because I want to do some more complex content creation. So as an example, we can do internal stuff. So if I got say 20 ebooks from industry, so the industry is their scaffolders, their Piper Scaffolding, so that's what they've got. So let's have a look at what themes can we generate for an ebook. So I just run that prompt, it gives me 20 ideas for this. So it gives me 20 ideas for this. Everything that I get here now, which says sequence in the front, basically I can update the custom prompt form. So I'll shoot this into here. So if I click that one, it loads a new section in called subject, headings and themes. And if I select that, you'll see all the stuff that was in there is now in here. So if I want to write a ebook on how to maintain and repair scaffolding, for instance, I can select that one and then I can say, let's give me some chapter headers from the themes, generate the prompt, run the prompt, and now we get a set of chapter headers that we want. So introduction to scaffolding, types of scaffolding, safety measures, basic tools and maintenance. And again, we can import the chapters in back into here and they end up in this section again. And now we can create the chapters. So introduction to chapters. And this time I can actually write an ebook chapter, generate. So we've got the introduction to scaffolding. And when we run that prompt, we get chapter 1, the introduction to scaffolding and importance for construction. As you see, because it's noticed Piper, it says do not hesitate to contact Piper. So it can put stuff in there. So it's related specifically to this. So they can write ebooks and for your customers. You can also write it for yourself. Down here it says customer content. So if you click that one, then it's kind of orientated towards the customer. In other words, it puts the customer information in the prompt. You can do your content, in which case if I generate that, when I come back, you'll see it puts the actual agency information in here. So you'll get exactly the same thing, but you'll generate something based on the agency. Over here is more of an educational library, and there's literally a couple of thousand of those. And basically I've set it up so we've got a business area. So you've got all the main top 20 business areas. The business do sales, marketing, finance, HR, IT, information, operations, customer service. So you can highlight any one of these. So if you do e-commerce, then it will populate the library. So you'll get the top 10 stuff. So website design, product catalog and inventory management, secure payment processing, shopping cart and checkout process, all this kind of stuff. So if I go to, for instance, sales and select something from sales. So if I select closing deals, and then over here again, now when we get back to our objective, which is where we create our prompts all the time, you'll see that obviously we've got 20 odd from sales, we've got 10 odd from the actual libraries, and then from each of the libraries you'll have 20 or 30 options here. So you see it multiplies up pretty rapidly. So for sales and closing deals, we can look at whatever we want to do: impact of body language, art of closing a deal, create a sense of urgency, handling objections. So let's just do handling objections. I'll generate that, run the prompt. So as a scaffolding, you may encounter various objections. Your prices are too high. If I'm not sure if I need scaffolding, it basically goes through of how you can handle various objections you would expect for that specific person in that specific trade. Now this is all done through the API. If they don't have an API key or they don't want an API key, you can go to Bing, put the same question in, click Bing, it copies everything there and it automatically fires up the Bing chat. Fire that off and that'll go off and do that for me. Go to that one, there we are. So the Bing is firing up. You can also go to the ChatGPT AI prompt. Again, exactly the same thing. It copies it all in for me, goes off to there, paste that in there and fire it off. It'll do exactly the same for me as it did internally. So it just means you can take all this stuff and drop it outside really easily. If I go to the dashboard and now go inside to OpenView, Bedford Scaffolding Services in OpenView, you'll see that you've got AI prompts embedded all the way in here. These are specific ones to those sections and the business, obviously. So if I go to do multi-citation, for instance, and I click that. It doesn't have to do anything else. Everything's already populated up, so I just need to run the prompt. So basically, yeah, 20 good places to add citations, free citation tools, paid citation management. So it's all information related to wherever it's embedded into. It does some clever stuff, like if you do schema or you do Google Analytics, it'll actually write the script for you. That's similarly with Open Graph, so it will write the scripts for you, so you can just copy and paste those straight in. So if I just do a schema, so it will now actually write me the schema script that needs copied in specifically for that website and that business. So it says you've got local business type, different types of schema you can put in there. Now it'll actually write it out for you, so you've actually got, Bedford scaffolding, we're a family run business, where they are, the address, etc. So it kind of does all the script for you. All clever stuff. If I go to the dashboard again, let's go to single view, build custom report. This takes us to the custom report. All these things here, the wordings in here, are in this box down the bottom. So they can be edited, they can be translated. And if I go to click the AI prompt here, it'll actually go in and generate lots of information about the actual stuff. So I just Google my business, so it'll give you a whole spiel on Google my business. Similarly, if I go back to there, I'll do any of those and we can get complete reports rather than just a little short one there. And finally, if I go back to the campaign, so manage emails, I can generate emails from the AI button in here. So once you've started your emails and you've put in what your service is selling up here, you can generate, it will go off specifically into here. And now we do similar to we did with the ebook. If I go to the objective, you can see I can do 5 email sequence subject lines, and then I can generate a series of emails based on a strategy call or free demo or how-tos or personal meetings, consultation, etc., etc. All the different type of emails that you can add. Basically, you go for your emails, generate that one. And now there is a focus point. So anytime you want to change anything of the focus of the email, you can write it in there, and it will, if you want to be focused on paintbrushes or whatever it is. I'll leave that for the moment because it'll pick up the SEO services that I'm generating for my emails now, because it's from the email one, it's specifically for the business. So if I run that prompt, it'll be aiming at scaffolders, but it'll be selling SEO services. So here we go. Improve your online presence with SEO services. So you get a load of sequences. Again, I can update these in my custom prompt, and it gives them into here, so I can now decide which one I want. So I'm going to get more customers. I'm going to pick this one. We'll take your business to the top with SEO services. Let's try that one. And now I'm going to generate a strategy call emails, generate that prompt and run it. And now it should give me all my emails specifically trying to get them to call me and selling SEO services. There we go. So we get an introduction email, and you'll see that it's what it is. It's got surname, first name and stuff in there, and my name. You can copy that to the clipboard. Now you've got a copy of all 4 emails, and because they're in the right format to drop back into, so if I go to dashboard, manage emails, then they're in the right format to put in here, as you can see. Okay. I'll just paste that in there a moment. That's actually got them all on there, so I just copied them all. Just need to take that heading off of there, and that literally is it. That'll send an email out with that one. Populate the first name. My name is Brian Gelly, and the only DigiPeak. I came across your business. It's already put their names in. Everything's there, and phone them on the number. And you can populate all 4. So I'll put all 4 in one there for the minute, but you've got your 4 emails which you can populate in there, and it gives you all your emails. There we go. So that's about it for the moment, I think.